Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Scag Jackal here. So this machine has the Kubota 3-cylinder diesel in it, very strong motor, 24.5 horsepower, and it does very good in this machine. This is the most powerful one they make, and this is the wide track model as well. So the reason we bought this Jackal was, on paper it'll lift just under 1,200 pounds. And what we really liked about it was that it's all mechanical. Mechanical injection, mechanical controls, just right on the hydraulic valves. This throttle cables, it's mechanical, it's not electronic. So there's no computers on this thing, very easy to fix. The wiring is very simple. And if you had to, repair this thing in the field, it's very easy. It's very simple to work on. So as far as serviceability goes, when you pop the hood and look down here, it's very straightforward. You get your Kubota diesel back here, you get your hydraulic pump right up here, it's hydraulic fuel tank, and you have all the alternator and all the motor related stuff back there. The air filters up here, batteries right there. It's very easy to get to. These sides, they come off with a couple of these wing screws, and you can get your oil filters off, get your fuel separator out, and it's designed to be worked on. All right, so taking a look at these controls, as I mentioned, they're all hydraulic controls, nothing electronic about it, which some people prefer that, some people don't. I prefer that because it gives you a good feel of what's happening on the machine, how much power you got, and it's also very simple. This is just a valve. There are no solenoids or anything to go wrong. You do have a little readout here. This is the only computer on the machine, but it just gives you your hours and some of the safety switch information and your temperatures. So not really a computer, just a display. You have a float switch here, which works really well when you're back dragging when you're grading, and there's also a light switch for the lights on the front. You've also got just a little pocket here for holding stuff. We keep a scraper in here for scraping mud out of the tracks, and a little rag, just to have a little rag. So coming a bit further back, twin fuel tanks, and I'm gonna kind of get into a couple things I wish they did differently here. So there's a fuel valve right here, which splits your left and your right tank. I wish that this valve was either in a different spot or set up differently, or it just drew from both tanks so that you didn't have to switch or pick which one you're gonna run. The other thing you might notice is I have a cup holder right here. It's just a magnet, but it doesn't go anywhere. I wish they added a cup holder somewhere out here with one of these little bag things. This cup holder right here, whenever the thing's running, it gets hot. So anything you put in this cup holder is gonna be hot in about 10 minutes. So it's kind of useless in my opinion. Now, here's what I wish they did. So I wish they didn't put this cup holder here. I wish they put the float switch on this side, because this is the side that controls your bucket, and it's way easier with your right hand to just kind of come up here, click the float, with your right hand instead of with your left hand, which moves your machine. So I wish they put the float switch over here, and I wish they added a bypass on the deck switch right here, because there are situations where if you're kind of going down a ditch and back up, or if you're digging and you get crossed up where the ground will, or the machine will tip back onto the ground and will lock you out. So I wish they had an override switch right here to where you could just press this and kind of maneuver a little bit to get yourself out of the situation that you actually put yourself in. So let me show you how easy it is to get this thing apart. Under this cover is all of the hydraulic controls, and if you ever need to get to them, just pull that out and you're working on it. So you have all these hoses, and they're all wrapped in loom, and these are all very nice heavy duty valves, very nice hoses, and everything is built very well. You can kind of see some of the wiring here. The wiring is done very well, and yeah, it's definitely built to last in here. So here you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's got a lot of this loom on everything. all the wires. And so mine's a bit dirty. So we've had this for 250 hours. And in that time, there's only been a couple things that have really caused problems for us. And let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So this grease fitting right here, it did break off once. I had to fix it. It was kind of an ordeal because what happened was a brick got back between here, and you know, when you rotate this bucket, it just cut that grease fitting right off. So as far as the grease fittings go, there are only 7 on this machine. There's 2 on the parking brakes on each side. There's 2 on the bottom pins on this boom. There's 2 on each plate lock, and there's 1 on the lower side of this curl ram. Now, I really wish there was a grease fitting on each pin. So I wanted 1 here, and I wanted one on each side right here, and 1 on each of these. But I didn't design it. I don't know if it really needs it. That's just what I'd like to see. I keep these things greased up pretty well, and 250 hours, there's basically still no slop up in that bucket. So, and as far as greasing goes, this track is very easy to maintain. You just pull this little plate off right there, grease it up, and it tightens up the track just right. I did experience a D-track event a couple weeks ago. It was my fault. I didn't have the track tensioned enough, and the track came off. But luckily, I was able to. It was very easy. You just pull this plate off, pull the grease fitting out, and it automatically retracts. And then you just put the track back on, put your grease fitting back on, grease it back up. It's very easy to do. So the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is the aux hydraulics. So these are very helpful. It'll let you run an auger. It'll let you run a trencher, almost any hydraulic attachment. I don't think it's high flow, so you won't be running like a mulcher, obviously, but it will get you through most anything that you are going to be putting on it. We use it for a trencher, for an auger. It works out very well. So that's about it on this machine. Overall, it's a very, very good machine. I wouldn't have any other one, simply due to the fact that it's all mechanical and it's very powerful. Like I said in the beginning, this thing will lift about 1,200 pounds, but I have for a fact lifted over 1,600. It has all the power, but it will, kind of tip over sometimes if you get it, too heavy. So if you just throw another guy on the back, it'll pick up almost anything you want. So overall, it's a very good machine. I'd definitely have another one, but yeah, there's always some things that can be better, right? So if y'all have any questions, y'all just ask me, and I'll try to get to them as quickly as I can. But until then, thank y'all very much.